Every day is different, which is one of the great things I love about the job. Phone rings, they give you enough notice to get your things together and be on your way. You may be off to Prince Rupert, you may be off to Victoria, Vancouver, Chemainus, any of the ports up and down the coast. It's a privilege to be able to live on this coast and to keep this coast clean. It's a duty I take very seriously. I'm Neil Chrysler, and this is my true calling.
Neil is flying up to Prince Rupert on Canaan Island, where he'll be spending the next 2 days moving vessels. As a BC Coast pilot, he's responsible for safely navigating foreign ships along British Columbia's 15,000-mile coastline. It's his job to ensure there's no damage to the vessels, crew, the public, or BC's marine environment.
I've been working on the water for 40 years now. I started my career commercial fishing off the west coast of Vancouver Island. After some 10 years of commercial fishing, I started operating a small coastal vessel, working mostly for the fish farms, moving logging equipment around, that sort of work. I did that for 10 or 12 years before I applied to the pilots. And I've been working as a BC Coast pilot for 16 years now.
It's a fairly lengthy process. You start as an apprentice and you have all the tools that you've developed along the way, and they just give you more tools to do the job. You never realize how much hard work is required to get to these stages, but it's well worth the effort. My grandfather was a pilot. He started at the very beginnings of the company, 1971, and then my father as well, he's an active pilot, and he started in 1986, and he's still working.
Piloting is steeped in family, and as an elite team who protects the coastline, BC Coast pilots are constantly sharpening their skills and upping their game to become the best of the best.
We train all the time. We do manned models at various facilities around the world. We go into simulators. We train with tugboat operators for ship handling. Every year we're training in one form or another.
As leaders of the marine industry, safety of the waterway is at their core. They handle whatever comes down the line, no matter when and no matter where.
It's the single biggest district out there. There's nothing to compare with it. So you are licensed for the entire coastline, for every single port between Washington State in the south and Alaska in the north. It's unheard of.
We're prepared for any situation. One never knows what type of vessel we're going to be on, what the equipment is, how well it operates, how well the crew operates. All these things we have to assess as we get on board and start performing our duties. Neil Chrysler, pleased to meet you, sir. The first thing I do is talk to the captain and go over just the particular aspects of his ship and how it handles under normal conditions.
We'll have this 110.
110, I've got the con. Excellent. We use every means available to us, but if they were to all fail, this is the basis of piloting. I can take a ship from anywhere on this coast to anywhere on this coast using only my eyes and a compass.
Strong knowledge of the region is vital to becoming a pilot. BC Coast pilots take the cream of the crop from the tugboat industry, the ferries, Coast Guard, and the fishing fleet. For Neil, who has lived on the coast for 45 years, it's a privilege to be a part of.
This is the best job I've ever had, and I tell you, if I'd known about it earlier, I would have been here sooner. It's fantastic. I meet lots of different people. I travel all over the coast, and I'm working on the ocean. I love it. Here we're making